Hey, Krys, thanks so much for joining me.
Of course, I'm glad to be here.
And of course, you're glad to hear some good news this weekend. So first off, I just want to know, what was that like getting that phone call from the Green Bay Packers after the draft, of course, concluded, but just to know that the NFL dream is official for you.
Yeah, I mean, it was a little stressful, kind of, watching the sixth and seventh round because kind of hearing it, like leading up to the draft, I was hearing I was going to be, hopefully drafted between six and seven. So, I was sitting in my family hoping I'd hear my name called, but, unfortunately it wasn't. But for a good thing, after the draft and again a call from the Packers, it was, amazing and be able to have the opportunity to be somewhere and have my, a chance to succeed somewhere is all I wanted. So, all I ever could ask for.
Absolutely. And I know that talking to a lot of guys that have gone through this process, of course, you want to hear your name called in the draft, but at the
Yeah.
end of the day, you just want to get that phone call to know you have an opportunity. And I know here in Bakersfield, the boys out of Bakersfield, especially in the football world, it's all about making the most of opportunities. So how are you trying to focus right now as you get kind of adjusted to the team to know that you're going to make the most of this opportunity once you get out there?
Yeah, I mean that was part of the decision why I chose to go to Packers. They do have the best opportunity for success for me as far as me be able to find a starting position or back position, just some time to play, contribute to the team. So for me, I'm just doing everything I can now. They sit on the iPad and I was able to get that and a little playbook, so I'm able to stay in touch with my coaches as well. So I'm doing everything I can at this point to just further my knowledge of the game and be prepared as much as I can. So whenever they do decide us, to fly us out there and it's time to roll, I'm ready for it. I'm in shape. So I'm doing everything I can on my end.
Anyone who's a fan of the National Football League, when you say Lambeau, that's one of the most historic places in the
Yeah.
league. So to think about that day, being able to be out there, and of course, the cool thing for you is you're going to share this moment with a former teammate, Jordan Love.
Yeah.
So what can you imagine about that experience when you get out to Green Bay and then that day where you get to walk in the Lambeau field and be like, man, I've made it
Yeah.
to this franchise?
I mean, it's gonna be like for a split second sigh of relief and feel like I finally like I made it. See all the fans, see be in that stadium with all the history behind it. But I think for me, it's mainly like I got stay in the moment. I can't get too high, can't get too low. Focus on what my job is, so I can keep my job. I think for me, it's just be able to enjoy the moment, enjoy the present. It's definitely going to be a blessing each and every day to go to practice, playing the game, be around the facility, just be a part of it all. So I'm definitely taking it in, and it does make it better that I do have a high school teammate with me and best friend since youth. So
So you're not shy of playing in big stadiums. You got to play in the Rose Bowl in college.
mm,
So for you, though, it is kind of interesting to me because Jordan Love had a little bit of a different experience than you kind of going into college, getting that one offer and then, finding his lane at Utah State. For you, a four-star athlete coming out of high school, getting your choice and then getting to go to
yeah.
UCLA. What has it been like to kind of have that experience in college and then, kind of flip roles a little bit with him hearing his name in the first round and then you having to wait? What have you learned maybe from him and that the whole idea of having patience and opportunities like this, but also again, back to the same point of making the most of any opportunity provided?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely been in the earlier parts of my R years. It was a little easier for me to find success in football as well as whatever it was. But Jordan, he's definitely fought. He deserves everything he's got so far. He's made the most of it, and he's surpassed what everyone thought he was going to do. So, like I've told many people, I'm proud of him. He deserves everything that is coming his way, and to be in a position, it's definitely different than what I'm used to, growing up a little bit with, having many options to go to many colleges. But I think for me, it's mainly, it's like a humbling experience. I think that's kind of happened to Jordan, going into college. So for me, it's just a chance to take a step back, focus on, what I need to do to make myself a better player, make myself, a better overall person. So, I'm going through this whole process with a little chip on my shoulder where I'm fighting, just to make sure I keep my job and stuff like that. So, I know Georgia's going to do the same as well. First round or last round, we all have a job to keep, and I think it's on us to where we make the most of our opportunity. So, like I said, I'm ready to go in there and make the most of it, and hold that chip on my shoulder to where I'm going to eat each and every day, whether it's practice or going to eat. I'm just, it's a little bit different.
Yeah, and I love that you said that because I've spoken to quite a few of you guys. I mean, I could name drop for hours here the
Yeah,
Bakersfield guys that have gone on to the NFL. But speaking to DJ Reed, who, as you probably knows, with the Niners, and
yeah.
even Jordan, and even back to Derek Carr, a lot of guys do feel like there is a chip on their shoulder. So what is it about Bakersfield that, one, not only do you carry that chip on your shoulder, but two, that there is a level of talent and a level of hard work that makes it to those professional ranks?
I think, we kind of carry a chip on our shoulder because I remember back in high school when, my sophomore junior year, it was kind of, it was kind of a struggle to get, looked at just because when college scout or recruiters kind of, they drive through Bakersfield all the way to Fresno, all the way to LA. So it's like, we can always kind of get skipped by. So for us to get noticed, we have to go play in 7-on-7 tournaments in out LA, or we're always making a drive somewhere. So for us, it's like, we always kind of fight for that. I think it's kind of the same thing now where, some of us were in a position like me to where we get undrafted or drafted late, and we still have that same chip on our shoulder. And we're trying to, we have all the support of Bakersfield on our back, and we want to, succeed in everything we're doing. So there's a lot to it about. It's not too heavy, but it's definitely, something we keep in the back of our head to kind of motivate us to keep us going.
So from Bakersfield to LA, now to Green Bay, how does a Cali boy get himself prepared for that real small town Midwestern feel that you're about to enter?
I don't know. I mean, it's gonna be different for sure. I've been in California all my life, so to uproot myself and change is gonna be different. But I'm looking forward to it. I think it's good change. So the biggest thing for me is gonna be the weather. I've never been in that cold of weather before, so. But I'm looking forward to it. There's always new adjustments I need to make, and I'll find ways to adapt around it pretty quickly, hopefully. So thankfully, I got Jordan, who's played in some snow, and he'll help me on some clothing and wardrobe to whatever I can figure out, best ways to go around it. So I'm looking forward to, all the new changes that are coming up ahead.
Absolutely. Before I let you go here, Krys, just speaking of that, so we talked to you on the weekend. You got to speak with Matt Lively, but now you're getting into the real work that comes with the NFL. I know that you've spoken with the Packers, getting into those team meetings. What has that all been like? And I mean, how surreal is it to really know that, hey, you're a part of the Packers for real right now?
Yeah, I mean, it didn't really feel real when you first get the phone call, and it's like, man, like I'm a Packer, but it's like I don't really feel nothing yet. But to be in contact with the team and throughout this whole week, and now to get the iPad and playbook and be in these little meetings with the coaches, I mean, it started to feel more real. So, it's no pressure. You just want to, make sure you're prepared for anything that's coming ahead and, be on top of our game and everything that we're doing. So it's definitely exciting. But like I said before, you can't get too high in the moment. It's like, dang, I finally made it, or get too low. And I just want to make sure I'm even pace, even keel, and just, try and focus on everything. Set little goals for myself to accomplish each and every day, and try to attack those, to get better at everything I'm doing. So looking forward for the future. Hopefully there's a lot of success for me and Jordan, and I'm grateful for, all the support that Bakersfield shown.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, you're adding your name to a long list, as I mentioned, of Bakersfield boys to make it to the NFL. So pretty cool. And a couple to make it to the Green Bay Packers. So wish you both the best of luck. And thanks so much for joining me.
I appreciate it. Thank you.